Hey, this is Robert Grant from Crowd Conversion, and over the last few weeks, I've been sending you out tips on how to go and grow your fan page, different fan pages to model, and different expert knowledge that you can go and get to go and build your audience and build your customer list, most importantly. And I'm always on the lookout for real talent and often underground talent. And I've got with me today two extremely talented gentlemen. One of them is called Barry Plaskow, and the other is Roger Dejanay. And they've been doing some really interesting stuff with social plugins, building communities, using Facebook in a way that I've really honestly never seen before and getting phenomenal results with it. I've been watching them closely. I went and actually met Barry for lunch. We ended up speaking for about 6 or 7 hours, believe it or not. And I was astounded with what these guys are doing. And I immediately said to them both, I have to interview you guys. I want you guys to go do a webinar for my list, please, for our community, because I think you guys are going to really benefit from this. And without further ado, would you guys either, Roger or Barry, mind sharing what it is that you're going to share and why it's so important that people know this knowledge that you're going to share on the webinar?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the last couple of months, we've been testing out a lot of different ways to drive a lot of traffic and to drive a lot of social proof and to make our fan pages grow. And we figured out a sort of like a 3-step formula that we used, and the results have been amazing. On one page, we got over 4,000 hits to our website from social media. We then got about 1,200 likes. And all of this was done within 24 hours. So it really was amazing. And we got about 500 email leads to our autoresponder as well. And this was in a niche that we kind of just tested it out to see if it was possible. And it was in the dog training niche. We had never done anything like this in the dog training niche. So the results really speak for themselves. I mean, Barry, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, Roger, I mean, what I thought was amazing was not just those tests that we did, because those were in markets we didn't know at all, but we also integrated this with our own funnel, with our own marketing as well. We got some incredible results and added about 1,500 more members into our buyers list as a result of just integrating one of these strategies into one of our launches. Why don't you just go into a little bit more detail about that as well?
What we did is we started using the power of commenting as well as another quick strategy that we're going to teach you guys on this webinar. But what we did is that we drove people to our landing pages. So Facebook got rid of the default landing tab. So we sort of had to re-engineer, what we were doing because we were getting a lot of traffic from it. And what you guys are about to learn is a different way, a different technique or strategy that really puts you right back in that, where in that phase where there was the default landing tab. And it allowed us to get massive amounts of viral traffic and make a lot more sales. The other thing we're going to talk to you guys about is the power of groups. Me and Barry have built multiple communities, and the power of groups, what we've noticed by using Facebook groups and bringing people in, it transformed our business, and our community is growing. People know about us, they start talking to their friends about us, and they're bringing their friends into our communities, and it's just been something amazing for sure.
Robert, I mean, you're pretty good at engagement. I mean, as you said, we sat down for 6 or 7 hours. You knew how to engage me for sure. But the truth is that we were eating for 6 or 7 hours, so we weren't exactly talking for 7 hours straight. But the idea of being able to engage a list and engage a community so that they become hyper-responsive, so that they react to what you have to say, so that they follow your ideas when you suggest they should follow an affiliate link, or if you've got a launch, that they should actually take that launch seriously. The power of a responsive list when you know how to engage with them is incredible. And to be honest, I'm just being absolutely honest, you said before in your introduction that we're a little bit underground. We've made every mistake imaginable, when we started out. It was only when Roger and I realized what you need to do to engage an audience. And there really is a formula to this, and there's a way to do it in a really succinct way so it doesn't waste much of your time. But when you do it right, the results are just absolutely staggering. And it's not just a matter of building a community, but it's also engaging that community so that they follow what you have to say. And I know you're a master at that, Robert, and Roger and I have also learned that trick, and it's super powerful stuff.
To be honest, I think the biggest thing that you guys actually have is the fact that you're so real, and that you don't screw around in the way that you're speaking to people. You're very real. You're authentic, and just being your real self. And I think so many people don't realize how to do that. And the secret is of building rapport very quickly. The words engagement sound like these big words. How am I going to engage people? Or I'll build a relationship with them. Relationship, that sounds like this whole big thing. It's really about just a few simple strategies on building rapport. And I'm astounded that by the results that you guys have got. And they didn't mention, Roger and Barry didn't mention, but they went balls to the wall and did this live. Literally, like they said, we're going to go build a community over the next 24 hours or whatever, while everybody was watching them. And if they screwed it up, it would have been horrifically embarrassing. And that was one of the most impressive things. But I just wanted to go and do this audio recording because I think it's important to go and engage with you and build a relationship with you in the rapport. But in all honesty, what's the reason why? Everyone out there is just going and building webinar pages and sending people just straight to a webinar. And these days, more and more people are not showing up because they don't understand the reason why they should show up. And it's important, I think, that you go and connect with the experts that you're going to learn from first, so that it's embedded inside of your head that when the webinar comes, you're going to remember and you're going to show up, and you've already gone and benefited. You're going to have a massive benefit from this webinar. I endorse these guys. I trust these guys are doing great things, and I'm really confident they're going to help you with your business, growing your fan page, and most importantly, your customer list. Thank you for joining us, and I'm really looking forward to this webinar.